What's up, everyone? In today's video, I am painting a Spooky's house. Oh, wait. Excuse me. A Spooky's Jumpscare mansion fan art. And I am using Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant Watercolors. This is a re-upload of an older piece that I finished early last year. I think it was early last year, around February. Could be wrong, I don't know. I was actually really excited to get to this video and do a voiceover for it because I really enjoyed this painting. And I also hated it quite a bit too, so it was a little give and take. One minute I was like, oh yeah, this is good, and the next minute I'm like, oh, this is hot garbage. Oh. Okay, needless to say, this painting gave me a lot of problems. Mainly because it was my first watercolors and first watercolor painting, and I really didn't know how to use watercolor properly at all. To be honest, I still don't know how to use watercolors at all. I don't think they like me very much. So probably one of my biggest problems with watercolors is that I've been using acrylic inks and India inks to do my paintings for about 6 years. It's been 6 years. So yeah, I usually use acrylic inks in my paintings, but I wanted to make the jump to watercolors and see how those work. So I picked up some liquid watercolors. Those would be the Dr. Martin ones. I got the liquid ones because I figured they'd be really similar to the acrylic inks that I use, because their inks are already watery. They're already liquid, so there's no pans or anything like that. They're already in the bottle in the liquid form. So I was like, hey, might as well try these Radiant Watercolors since they're already liquid form too. Figured they'd be similar, and they're really not. They're really not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I mean, the colors were similar. The colors are really bright and vibrant, kind of like the acrylic inks I use. But other than that, and the fact that they're liquid, they're really not. They don't behave similar at all. Probably my biggest problem for this piece was watercolor lifting away. I like working in layers a lot, and when I would work with inks, I would layer each layer on top of each other. And the way I paint with inks does not work with watercolors at all. Because I would put a layer down, I would let it dry, put some salt on it, and then after it dried I would go back and add another layer. And it just so happens that when I put the next layer down, it would lift the previous layer off, and they would all just mix together instead of... Yeah, everything would just mix together. Everything would just mix together on my paper instead of there being a distinct layer underneath and then another layer on top of it, another layer on top of that, which is how I do my inks, because inks are, what's the word? Inks are water resistant when they're wet, so you can layer on top of them over and over again, and it won't affect the layer underneath. And well, watercolors aren't like that. It will affect a layer underneath, and I learned that the hard way working on this painting. I got super frustrated, and the background took me far longer than it should have. I eventually got kind of close to what I wanted, but it was still frustrating. As you can see, I'm trying to do a nebula in the background. It went alright, I guess. It looks like a nebula, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. I like the colors, at least. I know if I tried to do that background in inks, it probably wouldn't have worked, because the inks, granted you could layer them really easily, but they don't really blend together nicely, unlike the watercolors. So I might not have gotten very good results with inks anyway. I just wanted to try something different, and I was feeling brave, so I just decided to use the watercolors. I got what I wanted in the end, but it was still a big pain in my ass. Like, super. It was just, oh god. It was bad. But it was a learning experience. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about the fan art itself. This is based off of the cat from Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. I'm so used to just it being Spooky's House of Jumpscares that I'm just like, I keep forgetting that they had to change the title. Honestly, Spooky's House of Jumpscares sounds better than Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion, but that's just me, I guess. Anyway, I'm trying to remember what specimen this room appears before. It's the wall one. No, it's right. This room with the cat is right before the wall specimen. I don't remember what number that is. Is it 7? I think it might be specimen 7. This cat shows up before. Yeah, I really like this part of the game. It's really trippy and psychedelic and philosophical. And this kitty cat was all adorable, but it said some odd philosophical things. And the whole environment was really trippy. You had the checkerboard tile. Yeah, checkerboard tile, and you had the clock. And you've got this, just run into a random room and you're just thrown in this space. You got this nebula all over the place and the little kitty cat's in the center, just looking at you all cute, and I'm like, whoa, this is some crazy shit right now. And yeah, I just really loved the whole atmosphere and the feel of that room. And the cat, of course. Cute little pink cat, very nice. The room kind of struck me, and I was like, ooh, I had to draw fan art of it. So I came up with this, took some elements from that room for specimen 7. I just made a little piece of it. A little artwork piece. I'm sure you know what I mean. I remember around the time I actually drew, sketched out the line art sketch. When I sketched out the line art for this, I actually stopped drawing for a few months. It wasn't too long. But that it happens a lot for me. I'll stop drawing and stop making artwork for a while, and I just won't feel it. But after I played this game, I was like, ooh. That just gave me the sudden urge to draw. I drew a whole bunch of fan art of it. I do have one other Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion fan art on my channel. And then there's this one, and then there's another one I did of the Deer God, which I have yet to finish, but I plan on doing that this month. So hopefully I actually do it this month, and I finally get it done. It's only been like a year and a half since I sketched that drawing out, and I haven't actually painted it yet. But I'm looking forward to it. I don't know, this game has a special place in my heart, so I gotta draw more fan art for it. It's a cute little game, and super excited that they just released the HD renovation of it, like a week ago. Obviously I bought it, and I'm playing it. It looks really nice so far. Though I thought the original game looked really good too, but... Alright, back to what I'm doing. So, with the watercolors, like I said before, I really wasn't getting what I wanted. And I wasn't really sure how to layer on top to layer the watercolors effectively. So I really couldn't get the detail that I wanted, so I ended up going into what I painted with watercolors with the color pencils to get the actual detail I was looking for. So this clock, I had to do some serious surgery to this clock. Trying to make it look the way I wanted to, because it was really flat color-wise, because I really couldn't figure out how to put highlights and shadows in there without lifting the layer underneath, so I just went in with color pencils to fix it up and to make it look not crap. I didn't want to look like shit. Though even after I put the color pencils in, I still wasn't happy with it, so whatever. The cat looks nice, so there's that. At least the cat looks good. But yeah, you can see I'm actually coloring that clock with the color pencils a lot. So I'm doing a lot of layers with the color pencils. Now I'm back to the background, putting the stars in with the white color pencil. And I also wanted to get super fancy with the peace sign and the Ouroboros snake going around it. I was like, oh, that'll be super fancy. Because this whole room was all about balance. Yeah, the whole thing was about balance, so I'm like, ooh, peace sign and Ouroboros, that would look cool. That'll be relevant to the room. I don't know, I thought it looked fancy. Oh. And look at that. We're all done. I like it. There's some things I could have done better, but hey, not too bad. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and follow, and all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.